Yo, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for coming. Hope you enjoyed and hope you learned something so far. That'll be only 2 episodes in by this point. But hey, this channel is about making some. This channel is about making some stuff, and no excuses. Let's just get it done. So now we're gonna finally get into the animation part of this whole hack by using After Effects. So the final image we created, we're gonna add some key images over the eye, the mouth, the areas we want really animate. So be drawing 2 extra frames of eyes, 2 extra frames of lips. So it'd be like 3 separate lip images and 3 separate eye images. Well, both of the eyes. Well, I know this sounds confusing why I have to redraw it again if it's a hack. And yeah, it's better than drawing it 2 to 3 to 4 more times than 680 times. So this is the hack for it. Finish image and break it into different colors. That's the areas where we'll be animating. So we're taking it into After Effects. Before I get into that, do a little bit of a little small basic idea how After Effects work. The layering system, opacity going from percentages from 0 to 100% to achieve some of these animations. Easier way. And you can use any other program you're more comfortable with for editing video and images. So you can see the position, the opacity, and this one we just animating. So it goes from a certain coordinate to the next coordinate. That's basically a keyframe. You click a keyframe, let's say the S goes from left to right. At the same time, the position changes, the opacity changes from 0 to 100%. It's basic animation, but that's how it's done. Usually when I'm in After Effects, I go over stuff a lot, so I play it through a lot. So this is me just dealing with the hand. The 3 images, I have them basically on top of each other. Then I do the same thing with the face, the eyes and the mouth. What I'm working in is a pre-comp. So inside After Effects, you can make pre-comps basically of a project file. So it can be like a billion layers. As you can see, the layers just keep building and building on this one. I didn't put any audio in. I'm just working his lips, so I can basically sync it up. I do have some of the older games audio files, so the word he's saying and the music in the background is from the game. So Bad Guy is kind of a jerk, a bombastic character, hence the middle finger. So as you can see, it's about 2 to 3 layers per animation. And like the lip, he says a certain thing at a certain time. It's like lip syncing, the eye, the vowels come into play. I unfortunately changed when I did the eye. I exported it from Photoshop as a PNG. The unfortunate part is I did the whole head, and I thought I could have just cheated even like that. What I ended up doing is using the pen tool. It's a pen tool just like in Photoshop, and I masked out just the eye area. It helped out pretty good. Here I'm adjusting the eye using the move tool and just adjusting everything. So there are 3 animations for the eye. Is open, well, yeah, mid, close, and close. And you can always repeat that, moving the 3 images. I try to distinguish stuff by colors in After Effects. It helps me a lot. So a lot. So I wouldn't get too confused with different stuff. And still just noodling around. There's a lot of noodling, playing things back, seeing if things work. I mean, using content creation programs, production programs, you're gonna be doing that a lot. in the original art, I was gonna animate hair strands, but I decided to just use the puppet tool in After Effects. So basically it works like you pin one there, pin top, bottom, and how you adjust it. Same thing with position and opacity. Once you keyframe it there, let's say we move down a second or a couple of frames, and it's a slow movement. So it's like, not big animation, a slow movement. I use the puppet tool, it kind of just warps stuff, and it shows a gradation from left to right warping, and I have a few on this one. Still going and testing it in the background, testing out all the comps and animations. You can see this one getting a little bigger, adjusting the hair. Put it on top, because the hair layer is kind of on top. Best to put it on top because it goes over everything. It's a little sped up, but boy, if I'd have just let this rip, we'd have been here for a while. I'm masking out certain areas, like certain things I didn't need, like the extra bits of hair. Since the hair is animating over, I just masked a certain area, clean it up, and just covering stuff up for the hair to take over it since it's at the top layer. The color, I did some artwork for it, and this is me just going through it. Then I realized, let's just use the mesh tool for that also. It works a little better. So it's me fast forwarding and rewinding. Sometimes it's a hit and miss on everything. So you just gotta keep playing with it. It's your liking. It isn't perfect. Now I'm doing the background, just soft animation, little subtle movements really work a lot. None too hard, none too fast. adjusting the colors. I just want to see what the color, and it's a good thing to put a color background even when you drawing something. You can see the yellow leaking out, so I went back into it, did a next layer or frame, and kind of filled in those areas in black. You see me masking it out. It kind of helps you figure out what's like leaking out. That's for everything in both programs. Adding a blur effect in After Effects, you have some of the same filters and effects as Photoshop. So I say if you know one, you kind of transition to the next using the blur effect. So when this finger comes up, it blurs a little. Adding a depth of field. In retrospective, I should have did that some more with the solid holes in the back. But it works. You can't be too overcritical. Yeah, I can live with it, but get it done. Just adjusting the layers, some timing. Once all the timing is right, I feel like it isn't like, oh, that's how it works every time. It's just, you keep going. So After Effects is really powerful too. I recommend everyone learning it, get those little effects and using it. But again, if you're using something else, they probably catch up the same thing. Well, there you go. So that's the two programs I used to achieve this hack, Photoshop and After Effects. Again, whatever programs you use, Procreate for the illustration side, or iMovie, Final Cut. If you bought Apple, it probably comes with Final Cut, use it. Come on, you bought it, you use it. But that's the program I use to get stuff done for personal work and client work. Hope you learned something, and if you have any other questions, in the comment section right below down there, you just ask me all these questions. Also, I probably will have some more upcoming videos on the more basic stuff, especially for After Effects. I know that's a scary program for a lot of people, but it really isn't. To me, if you know Photoshop, you probably could transition to After Effects. And the funniest thing, Photoshop has an animation feature that I really use a lot. Actual hand draw animation feature that I will be featuring in a video upcoming soon. So if you're into this type of content, if you're watching this, you clearly are. Like, share, and subscribe. That for your boy, man. Send it to someone who really into this. I get a lot of questions from parents who have kids who really into art, and they want to know if this stuff is a future in this. It's a future in anything, but because they don't have access to this stuff, YouTube's right there. Send it to them. Share and subscribe. I'd say smash that like button, but everyone say smash. I'll say gently touch it, but make sure I touch it in an appropriate way. But thanks a lot. Hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you on the next one. Later. 行くぞ